Hello, you're watching my YouTube channel and I'm your host kamranarshad. Today I've invited a guest for my vlog and I'm gonna discuss her life, her visions, her goals, and most importantly, her faith. Hello again and welcome. We are delighted to have Arusa Salahuddin here today with us. Arusa, thank you so much for joining us today, first of all.
Thank you so much, Kamran, for conducting that interview. That will be very fruitful for me as well, you and for the people watching us.
All right, and thank you. Okay, could you please tell us what inspired you to pursue a career as senior program officer at Rosen UN Women, Outreach Manager, ISPR, PR and Communication Skills, and perhaps share a bit about your journey leading up to your current role? Over to you, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Basically, I'm currently working with the Rosen, and Rosen is a non-profit organization which is working on peace, gender equality, gender parity, conflict resolution, and mental health. So basically, it's my first ever, you can say, my experience to work with the NGO, and it's very different. Like my all experience are related to corporate and some development sectors, and then I will came towards the NGO. But Rosa is working since 1998, and I'm working on the RAPTA program. RAPTA is basically the police and training program, which basically associate with police. And recently, I'm working with the UN Women Project that is based on the gender parity, improve the gender parity in justice system of Pakistan, which include both judiciary and police. And it's my first ever interaction with the police, and it's really impressive on that point of view. I would say that because my previous experience with the government and then military media wing. So this is the current right now. I'm working with the Rosen and UN Women Project. That is totally different aspect compared to you told about the ispr. So Rosen, at that program, we are working for the gender parity exclusive for women. This is basically the exclusive for a women development program. So this is all you can say that about the Rosen, and my further activities on that include the strategic planning of the events and how we can execute the activities which are proposed to the UN Women, and we also see all the components which are Rosen is like want to contribute in the community. So firstly, I talk about the gender-based violence that cases are mostly high in Pakistan. So that program, Rapta is deal with the previously with deal with various activity with National Police Bureau and KB Police and Balochistan Police. So all these are activities are already we are doing. But with UN Women, we have a specific mission that is work on the gender parity, which is exclusively for a women to have more inclusion in police and judiciary, because we have seen that we have very less percentage of women inclusion in police and judiciary. So right now I'm working on that. I'm encouraging people to join police, join judiciary, and we have conducted exclusive session with young lawyers, law students, and then we have conducted orientation sections with the KP police and Balochistan police. Because I'm exclusively working on the KP and Balochistan, we know that Punjab is really developed on that aspect, but over these provinces are a little bit backside. So right now we are working with UN Women on that aspect.
That's great. Ma'am, when did you get to know that you are made for this, to raise voice for the women, to raise voice for the people of Pakistan who needs us, who are in problems? When did you know about yourself that Arusa Salahuddin is made for us, made for this, to help people?
Uh, you can say that आपकी थोड़ी सी मुझे आवाज बहुत स्लो आ रही है.
Actually, I was
Possibly शायद
asking,
आपकी.
yeah, I was asking that when did you know that you are made for this? You are here to helping the women, you are here to raise voice for the
Actually,
women
yes.
rights, for the people of Pakistan. Because
Yes.
as far as I
Actually, I'm
reviewed
working.
your
Yes,
profile
previously
and
I'm
I
working.
and I
Yes.
saw your profile, so I came to know that you can join media as well because you have communication skills, you have a look, you have a confidence, you have a body language skills. Then why did you choose this field? Because
Yes.
it's a very difficult field for the female, especially who are working in Pakistan in these circumstances. This
Yes.
is actually my question I am talking about.
Yes, you are right. Basically, when I'm working with the ISPR since 2.5 years and above that time, I'm no associated with that time. So I work on the corporate communications and all these activities. In that time, I would start writing on the women empowerment, women projects, and Even you can see my publications all about women empowerment, women literacy rate, digital literacy, क्यों जरूरी है, why they are important in urban and rural areas. These things I covered in my publications as well. And I also highlight the human women transformative development in Pakistan within 2 to 3 years, what they do that. This is basically my interest level, and you can say that it's my interest areas of you can you also told you also said that what which thing you spark you to do that na. So this is basically I start writing on it, I start read on the things on that. I came to know that these things which people have to work for Pakistan na? Because we are very back on various sectors in Pakistan. So there are many international organization which is working in Pakistan, but they are not highlighting much about it now. So when I start working with the Rosen, I came to know about how they are making all the things better for us. So there's two point of view. Now, when you read and when you implement, the things are totally different. So this thing really encouraged me to see people and to this basically when you reach to the community directly, when you engage with the community, you know how people have challenges, what people need to do, how we can change the community. This is very important. When you writing something is totally different. When you work on it, it's totally different. You know about the major issues, major challenges, and these things are very important in Pakistan. Being an individual, I have to put my effort in these things. So I think this activity provide me a, you can say, provide me a proudness and provide me a very satisfaction, because when you are become a corporate employee doing 9 to 5 job, instead you work on the humanitarian side, it will provide you peace, and you can say that it's very enjoy, like you enjoy your job very well.
You know what, Arusa, you are doing jihad to raise
जी
voice for the people who needs us. You are doing jihad, I
एक्चुअली
said.
आपकी मुझे आवाज बहुत
Yeah, I said you are doing
जी जी
jihad.
No, I like, but I don't think so. It's a like humanitarian work. Every person have that humanitarian right. Every person have to be served for human rights. So basically, we are working to empower Pakistan, to empower women within the Pakistan. So this is very important. And when you got empowered, you know that why it is very important to empower another woman.
How do you get motivated? Because it's a very difficult task.
Yes,
So how do you
yes, it's
get
a very
motivated
difficult.
yourself?
Yes, I'm like you can say that I have to travel to KPK and to Koita and to all the region Charsada, because these are the four district in Koita, four district in Balochistan, four district in KP. All these district have different community, different people, and you have very close to the community, and it's very important because it's very difficult. I know that for a woman in Pakistan, traveling is very difficult, but it is not challenging. It's like you can enjoy more about, you know more about Pakistan. So it's very important for a woman to know, to
I think you
travel
love to take
and to experiment.
challenges.
Yes, you can say
Oh,
that.
that's great. That's great. All right, let's move on, ma'am. Can you describe your primary responsibilities as a senior program officer at Rosen UN Women and how your work contributes to the organization's mission?
Okay, I'm currently working there as a senior program officer, and
Yeah.
I'm just overhead both components in KPK and Balochistan. We have the extensive activities which are planned for the whole year. So
Mm,
we have that execution plan, and we have to execute it on the time. These all the things are managed by me,
mm,
and we have the team lead, and we have the project officers in all provinces which we are dealing. So
mm,
we are basically do the project which are empowering women in judiciary and police. So we
mm.
have consultation meetings, and all these things are very important to execute the planning and development. So the major component is strategic planning and development of the program.
Mm. So are you satisfied what you are doing right now?
Yeah, it's very satisfying, and it's very, like you can say that it's very, it gives you the learning, and you know more about the people. because when you don't in a community, you don't know about the challenges. Because I'm working exclusively for the policing now. I'm working for the women policing in Pakistan, so it's very important to know about the what which challenges we are facing in police, and what should we do further to empower the police in, because it is very important that there are many case sensitive issues in police. You can say that there's very less women you can see in any state police station. I see something in Islamabad in some police station, but in overall Pakistan there are very less, especially in KP and Balochistan, very less. You can say people see the female police in any state police station, which is very alarming, because a woman with niche which need to reach a person and tell about, it's very difficult. So it's very important to, we
Actually,
have
there
to
is
make
a domination
awareness.
problem, ma'am.
Yes, and it is important to provide women inclusion and fill that gender parity gap. So it's very important in any organization, any department, and you can say the police need that thing now, because right now we have that, we are like promoting the women empowerment. We have to be promote the women empowerment in justice system as well.
Hmm. All right. Then how has your MPhil in strategic studies from NDU influenced your approach to program development and implementation in the context of women's
Yes.
rights and empowerment?
Okay, basically, strategic studies provide me a very great insights about how I can formulate a strategy, how I can work more on the strategic communication. This is the major thing which will help me to make program more effective. And management on the other side, I have a good management skill throughout my tenure. So you can say that the strategic communication in MPhil studies, that is provide me a very you can say very fruitful detail about the strategic communication. But my thesis on the Pakistan digital diplomacy in the 21st century. So I work on the Pakistan digital diplomacy because this topic is lightly touched in Pakistan. And in that topic, I highlighted the various bureaucrats in Pakistan, which is exclusively women, which is working on digital diplomacy and not even highlighted. They are they are more in MOFA, Sama Said, which is working very well on the strategic communication of Pakistan, but these things are not highlighted. So in my thesis, I highlighted the women role in how women are giving the leverage to the digital diplomacy in Pakistan. We have good diplomats in all over the good diplomatic missions in abroad, which are working very well, and female are very play important role in community and culture diplomacy, you can say. So I highlighted these things in my thesis as well.
Hmm. Anusa, what were some of the key challenges you faced as the outreach manager at ISPR, and how did this role prepare you for your current position? It's a very important question. I want to know that.
Okay. ISPR is a very different organization. It's a
Yeah.
totally government working. You can say that you are totally deal with the military persons over there. It's a
Hmm.
very challenging, and it's another side of very transformative. You can say that position for me. And during that time period, I have learned a lot of things. I developed my more strong communication strategies. I make strong communications networks with my, because I'm exclusively deal with their magazine Halal, which is the
Hmm.
armed forces magazine, which is running since 1948, and that is where that is the more one of the most oldest magazine of Pakistan. And you can also say that it's a national magazine. So I
Hmm.
just provide them a strategic communication planning, and I should also provide them how we can digitalize this magazine. I launched the website of that, relaunched the website of that magazine. And secondly, I work on the various aspect which is important to deal with that magazine. And and I also contributing on that purpose. I start contributing on their magazine, because they have four magazines, which is Halal English, Halal Urdu, Her, and Kirsan. So it's
Hmm.
very challenging, and other side very very fruitful experience I have. And the other side, I deal with the media partnership of ideas. I do media partnerships activities around me. And ideas, you know that ideas are one of the best and one of the renowned international conference that is held by military in Pakistan. And other
Hmm.
side, I also do the media partnership of first ever initiative by Pakistan Navy, which is Pakistan Maritime Expo. So these activities provide me a very extensive network of people to engage, because the international audience are also there to came. So the forces are very, like you can say that Pakistan Army is now right now is very professionally dealing with the things. Comparatively, we can see that how corporate department is different, but they are working on the professional level. So it's a very good experience, and definitely you have to be work on more communication skills, and you have to work on yourself very better. So then I switched my job to Rosen, and it's like a very different point of view for me to change my job to any humanitarian work, because at that time I feel that I need to be do something to make myself like this is very important. When you don't find any mission in anything, that is like question mark for you. So I just got interviewed, that I just submitted my CV, I got interviewed. I came to know that their people are working very well on the various projects. So I just think to just go and start with them. So they have a UN Women project, and then I say, okay, then the policing is a new component for me. So that's why I joined them. And because a new initiative, new skills are very important. You have to be empower yourself through new skills, and you can say new sponsorships and new skills.
Well, can you provide an example of a successful digital outreach initiative you led, and what strategies were most effective in achieving its objectives?
Okay. Digital strategy, basically I'm an expert in digital strategy and digital all that, because you know that I did my MPhil in Pakistan in digital diplomacy. So basically the one of the successful initiative which I told you about ideas, I did the media partnership, and during that media partnership I got extensive trafficking on the website, which is very low on that time period. So I told them that yeah, we have to be balance our traditional market and our digital marketing. This is very important, and when we don't when we compromise our traditional market, we cannot able to directly link with the people, because these activity, that media partnerships and these activity engage people more in your digital content. In that purpose I just use QRL codes and all these activity during the our whole activity at ideas and all that. So I got very extensive reach at website. I have traffic will cross 1.7 to 8 million in within the month. So this is very peak point at that time, because other than website reach are very low, like 50,000, and then immediately after some media partnerships and activities, when we go to the book fairs and all these activities provide a very extensive reach. Because when we talk about the multimedia, when we talk about the military, and military needs different strategies, so I just adopt that strategy to go for the community, rather than we have to post on social media, create the ads. But these strategies will provide you prolonged impact. So this is the major I found that it will help me for that.
Fair enough. Ma'am, how do you leverage your skills in PR and communications to enhance the visibility and impact of the programs at Rosen UN Women?
Okay. Right now, they in Rosen have some different policies in regarding PR and communication, and my previous experience had different policy in PR communication. Right now, my PR communication mostly linked with the police and judiciary. So in army, I have mostly linked with the military organizations and military persons and all these military departments, you can say. So both have different impact on, and both provide me a very good, you can say, PR list and PR networking and all that. So in ispr, basically PR and communication I learned from these activities. When I engage with the people, when I give with different department, I make a PR for the various, you can say I make PR reports on all that. But on the other side, Rosen needs to be reach community. We need to be talk to any constable, we need to talk with the people in community. But in ispr I have to talk directly with the major person, na? So in community, I have to reach with the internally with the people. They are more, the both are different things.
Any memorable moment in ISPR can you share, which you can't forget?
G,
Any memorable moment in
in
ISPR you
ispr,
spent?
how much time I
Yeah,
in ispr
any
I spent, you can
memorable
say.
moment?
Okay, the memorable moment for me in ispr that I have worked with the I told that ideas and PIMAC, they are most influence that provide me a boost in the ispr. Now you can say that because these activity I solely manage them, and then whole management provide me a very supportive system for me, and they understand that how I am like progressive for making the initiatives successful. So that time period is very successful for me, and then I just updated the website and provide a very extensive for the international public as well. So I just emphasizes them on digital platform, because when I didn't came there, there's no digital strategy. They traditionally they are providing books to magazines to complimentary magazine everywhere, but when I came, I just introduced digital strategies and website upgradation and all these things, because when I left them, but they still remember me that just started that initiative. That is very important. When you start initiative, and your initiative will be pronounced with your name throughout when people will discuss about it. So this is a very good point me from there.
You can say that you have served for the nation as well in a different aspect,
Yes,
but you have done that, right?
yes, yes.
All
I
right,
have a
man.
good like yeah, it's very important. Like you have to be like different aspects of learning, because it's very important to be, because life is small and you need to be learn more thing, you need to be contribute in different way. So it's very important.
Hmm. Okay, ma'am, what strategies do you employ to build and maintain effective partnerships and collaborations?
Okay. Firstly, I make these strong connections with the people which I am linked with. Like you can say, if I do a certain activity, you can say I do some partnership with the nurse or something. I make that that contact continuously, not like I break that after some media partnership. I didn't do that. I make the connectivity. I send them magazines. I send them some um, uh, way of communication to them. This is very important.
Hmm.
So in my opinion, that you have your strategy and your personality is very important in that aspect.
Hmm. Hmm. All right, man. Thank you so much, Arusa Khan, for joining us today. It was a wonderful having you here and learning from your
Thank you.
experiences. But before I wrap up, is there anything
Thank
you
you.
would like to share with our audience or any message you would like to tell them?
uh, Not really, but in my like you can say that I want to just say people to have more progressive in your career, not stuck on one job, that you have to be continue. You need to be
I do
very
that.
vigilant, very progressive about your thought and what you want to do in future. You must be clear about it. If you want to have learn more things, this is the mission. Or whether you want to be financially independent and financially more progressive, this is the mission. So this is very important. This is
Actually, you're
what I
talking
want
about
to
the
suggest.
comfort zone. We live in a comfort zone and we
Yes,
are
we
not
have to be get
gonna leave
out of
that.
our comfort zone. This is very important, because I'm working in ispr. I have all things available in my text. I don't need to be very rushy on the humanitarian side, because in humanitarian side we see that we have to be more spend on the community rather than the on the employees which are working on the similar. We can see that UN Women is doing, even any NGO is doing. So it's very different, and you need you I experience very different thing, but I feel proud and I feel very happy that I'm working with the community. This is very important.
I'm getting motivation from your side, man. Thank you so much, Arusa Salahuddin,
Thank,
for joining us today. Have a blessed day, man.
thank,
Take care.
thank you.
Goodbye. Allah
Hafiz.
Hafiz.